our problem is 2x minus 6 over x squared minus 4x plus 3. And first what you're going to do is you're going to factor it. So to factor it, you have to do, on the top you have to do GCF, which would be, the GCF is 2. You would divide negative 6 by 2, and you would get negative 3. Then you would put 2, and then in parentheses x minus 3. Then to find the bottom, factor the bottom, you would do the x method, which would you put 3 at the top, negative 4 at the bottom, and then it would be negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3, and negative 3 plus negative 1 equals negative 4. Then you would then it would look like this. So it would be 2 and then x minus 3 in parentheses over x minus 3 in parentheses, x minus 1 in parentheses. Then to do simplified form, you would just cancel out x minus 3 and x minus 3. And you'd be left with 2 over x minus 1. And you need to remember this for when you find the whole. But then you would do the horizontal asymptote, which you would take the first two terms from the original equation up here, and it would be x over x2. And since it's bigger on the bottom, it would be Bobo, which is bigger on the bottom, and then Bobo is y equals 0. And to find the whole, you would set the terms you canceled out, which x minus 3 equal to 0, and then solve for x. So x minus 3 equals 0, and then you add 3 to the other side, and then it would be x equals 3. So that's the whole. And then you would plug 3 into the simplified version of the main problem, and it would be 2 over x minus 1, but then you would plug it in, so it would be 2 over 3 minus 1 in parentheses, and then it would simplify to 2 over 2. So it would equal 1. So y is 1, the y of the whole is 1, so the whole is 3 comma 1.
All right, so for the VA vertical asymptote, what you want to do is set your denominator equal to 0. So it'd be x minus 1 equals 0. Then you want to add 1 to both sides to get the x by itself. So you get x equals 1, so your vertical asymptote is 1. And for the x-intercept, because the numerator is a whole number and there's no x in it, it's just NA. So there is no x-intercept. And then for the y-intercept, you want to cancel out all the numbers in your fraction that have x, and then you're just left with negative 6 over 3. And then you're going to simplify that down to negative 2. So your y-intercept is 0, negative 2. And then for the domain, it's just all the numbers that x can't be in your fraction. So you can't have 3 or 1. So that's your domain, 3 and 1. And then for the graph, you want to graph your VA, and which is your vertical asymptote, and your horizontal asymptote. So you're just doing dashed lines across. And then your whole is 3, 1, so you're going to want to point that there. And then you want to plot your y-intercept, 0, negative 2. So on the top, you're going to make a line that it can't touch your vertical asymptote or your horizontal asymptote, so it has to go slowly down and then come through your hole. And that's your first one. And then the second one, it can't touch your horizontal asymptote or vertical asymptote. So it has to go up again and then through the y-intercept. And then there's no x-intercept. So